So this is from a rusted tin can, a giant one, like they would serve like industrial vegetables from. That's some of my old art. So, and that person that it was sort of about that I didn't mean for it to be. Anyways, they live up in the mountains. But long story short, so I went to Penland School of Crafts several times back in 2013 and 2014, and worked for them a couple of summers after that as an art model and stuff, and helping a little bit in the studio. So when I was taking the hat making class, I went down by the river, and this is all western North Carolina affected by Hurricane Helene last year. So, but this was 2013. So I went down by the river and there was like, I walked onto this like little island, and there was the longest, biggest, giant, like a water snake or something. It scared the crap out of me. I walked on water back to land like Jesus, and then these dudes in this boat had seen me. It was just like, they were real cool because they could tell I was like, whoa, I'm surprised and playing it cool. But anyways, this was down there along with a bunch of one wing, like just like something, I forget what eats the monarch butterflies, the big yellow ones, but something had been, I don't know if it's bats or what it is. So I found like a gold miner's tin, like a tin pan, and I found this. I was like, oh my God, I'm, in the hat class, and I found like, it was like 55 wings, just one wing. Okay, so I don't know how many butterflies, were traumatized in their whole natural life cycle living by the river up there in Penland, and that's down by the post office where the train tracks and the bridge, but sort of further. I like to find my spots by the river. So anyways, and that was before I learned how to fish and all that. So anyways, I'd found this, and it just was like, oh my God, it was like, oh, I got a crown. And it reminds me of like a lion and a staff. So I've just, moved, gone through a lot of trauma, been listening to Future Islands, and then I was like sort of looking at it and like, wow, this is something that survived in the river for who knows how old this could be, like from the 70s or something, from some cafeteria lady or something, I don't know. But so we can't forget western North Carolina and all the states affected by flooding, all the severe floods that have happened, and wildfires and everything. So lots of prayers for everybody, and some people's trash become some people's treasure or tiara if you're southern. So I just felt like sharing that story because I was looking at it and going, wow, I still have that, and what a lovely memory. Sort of back, glad to be back a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit more myself. Sometimes things take a while and we have to lick our wounds. It's a process. But if you don't do the process, that's when you get sick or other things. You have too much pent up, so let it out. Go for a nature walk. Pick up some trash. And who knows what you might find. What kind of memories you might make. Oh, and all those wings turned into a cap. I made a cap, sort of like a 1920s cap, and it was auctioned at the Penland, one of the Penland auction nights, Penland School of Crafts auction nights. And then one of the board members, his wife, she actually had it encased in like, it looked like a glass cake thing, but it was for the hat. And one time I went back to it to work, and I stayed in one of the homes that it was there on display. So I hope it's still there. I hope so. But if not, memories are in our hearts, and we can always make more art and collect butterfly wings and stuff. There's a really cool dead lizard on my back porch, so I'm really excited. I'm like, thanks. Thank you, universe. It's going into art. Bye, y'all. Be unique.